Well, I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is we have an official update from NASCAR themselves. Tim Clark, Chief Digital Officer, put out statements on both Reddit and Twitter saying that NASCAR has always valued and will always continue to value the platform of YouTube and the content creators on it. Once again, you have to give credit where credit is due here. We voiced our concerns about a lack of communication on what's going on, and NASCAR has delivered. YouTube, however, has not, which, as I alluded to in my first video, really shouldn't be much of a surprise at this point. Just this morning, Joey Stone put out a tweet revealing that he had gotten hit with a copyright claim. But this one is undeniable proof that something is up with the automated system. A NASCAR Heat Evolution video, a 7-year-old video game, was claimed as a match for a much more recent Cup Series broadcast. Yep, that's right. The very video game you're seeing on your screen right now, which was notoriously underwhelming in terms of realism, game physics, and graphics, was somehow mistaken for the real-life NASCAR Cup Series. Now, obviously, this is absolutely absurd, and it's proof that YouTube's system is broken. Something is clearly still causing a problem, so don't be surprised if this remains a topic of discussion for the next few days at the very least. We're not quite out of the woods just yet. As for me, there's still no update on my one claim, so at this point, it's probably easiest to just make a couple of tweaks and re-upload it hoping for the best. I may try the appeal process first, though. If Tim's statement is anything to go by, I'd say I'm not convinced having my original dispute rejected wasn't at least semi-automated as well. If we go so far as to appeal, we may have a pretty decent chance of getting it released. Finally, I just want to address some of the people who say we really overreacted to this by further driving home the point from one of my shorts yesterday. For creators like Brock Beard, Eric Estep, and David Land, this is not as easy or simple as working in a fast food restaurant. Although, as someone who used to work in retail, I do want to say those employees are criminally underappreciated and unfairly treated, but that's a discussion for another day. Like I said yesterday, these videos take at minimum a handful of hours to put together from start to finish. And some of the more extensive ones might take days, weeks, or even months. And for those with a large enough platform, believe it or not, the AdSense revenue is enough to justify making independent content creation a full-time job. You don't have to like the content these people put out there, but don't belittle the entire profession. It takes hard work and people who take that work seriously to be successful on this platform. So with all due respect to a handful of NASCAR Reddit users, the idea that an entire channel could be demonetized overnight with minimal explanation and no warning is incredibly concerning. So I wouldn't call what happened Tuesday evening an overreaction. Hopefully this is the last update for at least the next few days. If you're free tomorrow night, I encourage you to stop by Brock's channel for the premiere of 500 Days Episode 7, and I'll see you all in the chat room. Take care.